is just two steps. Disturb a concretion or an excretion into a solution and then remove the solution. So you've got wet wipe, dry wipe, you've got mop and squeegee, you've got sometimes you guys got like, you know, pressure wash and recover or whatever, but it's, you know, you got to get rid of the solution somehow. And so with window cleaning, the principle of replacing the mop with the bristles of a brush, so they disturb the dirt into solution. And once the dirt's in solution, then traditionally we take the brush off the glass and we use the jets to remove the dirt from the glass. So if this is my glass here and I've got my jets there, then I'm gonna, like let's say there's a frame here, yep, then I'm gonna go across and clean it under the frame, and then I'm gonna scrub down. And as a rule, we're gonna do two sets of actions, yeah? Yep. And then I'm gonna go across the bottom. And now what I've done is agitate. So now, whatever dirt is on that window is now in that solution. If I leave it there, it'll dry, but it'll spot. Right? Both from the minerals that are in the water and from whatever dirt that I've just put into that water. So now I've got to rinse that off the glass. So I'm going to go like this. And this is what slows down a window cleaner. Because if I go like this and that and this and that, can you see that I cleaned that, that, and that? You can see the lines, right? So when you hear people say water fed doesn't work, they're right on some glass. Now I'll show you this little piece of glass here. So I would agitate, do the bubbles there and do down here and go like this. And here I'm going to go like that. And that glass, we call that hydrophilic. Philic means love, somewhere in the world. If you want to remember it, just remember phallic. Phallic means love better to me, but hydrophilic, yeah? And then there's hydrophobic, are the two kinds of glass. So hydrophilic glass, the water cascades, yeah? And hydrophobic glass, the water beads and repels. So what happens is I've got to chase that dirty water off the glass. So what I'm looking for, and it's still a little bit dark, but I'm looking at the glass as a professional, and you can see that that rinse is going from there to there. Yeah? So when I go like that, I can go like that, I can go like that, and all that will run off. But when I come over here, I'm looking at that jet there is that big. Yeah? So now that's my squeegee. Yeah? So I'm going to go like this, and then I've actually got to become really, really accurate. So the other story that you'll hear is the guys will go, well, water fed only works to 2 stories, and the higher you go, the less accurate it gets. So you've got some dude who's leaning back here and looking up there, and he's trying to achieve that pattern to chase all that dirty water off the glass. Okay? Now if he finds that glass, he's fine. Now the problem is you can get glass where this hydrophobic effect is coming out of the rubber seals and it seeps across or creeps across, I don't know how it does it, but you end up with hydrophobic glass along the edges, hydrophilic glass in the middle. And when you get that, then all of a sudden you've got to treat the glass as if it's hydrophobic. And then you've got to slow down. So I'll come back to the mats in a second. So let me show you a constructor brush.
Hey Perry?
Yeah.
You want to go Facebook Live on this one or not?
What's that?
You want to go Facebook Live
Yeah.
on this one?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can't do it.
Can't do it without my
I'm
phone.
good enough.
Bristles, which we can arrange, you know, I'm going to come back in a minute and talk about agitation and different amounts of agitation and choosing the right agitation thing. But basically the same principle. The bristles are going to disturb the concretion or the excretion into solution, and then we want to rinse and get the dirty water off the glass. So you saw before that we have agitate and rinse as 2 different processes, right? But with constructor brush, you'll see we're using a lot more water. Use more water, use less time. Yeah. And so I'm now going to go across the top edge. Top edges are pretty important, so let me extend this. Alright, so I'm going to go across the top edge with the brush on an angle, and I'll explain that later. Yep. You can see that dirt coming off. Yep. And then, let me shorten that a little bit, because once I've cleaned that top, like that, I'll bring it down to this part. And now, what I'm going to do is agitate on the way up, and I'm going to rinse on the way down. Agitate on the way up, and rinse on the way down. Agitate on the way up, and rinse on the way down. You saw me miss a bit? I'm done. So what did you notice? Hydrophobic glass, which repels the water, with constructor brush becomes hydrophilic. So the brush is breaking the surface tension of the glass. The water is on the bristles, because this is a blade, it's not like drilled bristles. And so while that's on the glass, it's breaking the surface tension, and this becomes a water squeegee, and that glass now cascades. So now it doesn't matter. I just taught you 2 new words, hydrophobic and hydrophilic, and now you can forget them. It doesn't matter no more. Like, that's the biggest thing about window cleaning, it slows you down. So let's go back and do the mats. Who's got good eyes? What does that say there? I can't read that. Tucker? Oh, okay. This is a tucker brush. So this is the founding brush. It's designed, we call ours retro, that's a copy of it. This is a real one. Alright, so if I want to clean this piece of glass, and I just want to clean, let's say 3 feet by 3 feet, then you're going to count how far that brush has to travel to clean 3 feet by 3 feet. So it's going to be easier if we go 5 feet by 3 feet. Alright, if we can add it up easier, otherwise I don't remember. So let's say we're going to clean from there to there. Is that 5 feet? Good enough? Okay, so I'm going to go across, and I'll go from there to there. Something like that, yeah? So now I'm going to go across 5, 10. 5, 10, like that's 20, yeah? Now I'm going to come down here, I'm going to agitate. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And I'm going to do it again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. We're up to 180. Across the bottom, 190. And now I'm agitating. And now, if I stop now, that's going to dry and there's going to be spots in it. Yep. So now I need to rinse. 180, right? 200. No, 190. 200. 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280. Something like that. 280 feet, that brush has to travel to clean a 5x3 piece of glass with a double agitate. There's money in glass, you can clean it fast. Okay, so constructor. We're going to go up into the corner, let's say that's 5. Going to go across, and that's 10. We'll do it again, that's 20, and that's 30. Now, shorten that off a bit. $40, $50, $60, $70. Oh no, I'm doing that because it was 5, right? Anyway, same maths. 80, 90, 100, 110. And it's done. 120 if you want. What was the other number? 280, 110. Yeah. So the maths can be significantly different with using instructor as compared to using a pencil set brush or a fan jet brush or anything like that. From